Is Bbnaija Sheggz a whole red flag or not? Welcome to another episode of What Do You Think? I am Oluyemi. If this is your first time on my channel, hey, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like my video, comment when you're done watching this video, or even as you're watching, because I need to be knowing what you're talking about. I need to be knowing your opinions, okay? I need to know what you guys think about what I'm talking about. On today's episode, I'm talking about, is Bbnaija Sheggz a whole red flag or not? For me, I think that my man's has he has traits that are definitely red flags. Okay, I think he has loads of traits that are definitely red flags. But I do feel like, or I'm going to say that I do not necessarily feel that the backlash that he's getting is quite fair. Like, I feel that sometimes we're always talking about people's mental health and people going into depression, but it's beginning to now seem like dragging, like bullying, in a way. Like, there's a way for us to, as a community, correct someone without breaking them or pulling them down. And I do think that he it's nobody's fault that he is the way he is. Do you get what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not supporting anything that Sheggz has done in the house, or any of the negative traits that he has exhibited. I don't support any of that. But I also feel like sometimes let's have compassion on the way that we deal with people. So I am happy that he has his fans, but I do hope that he realizes that sometimes your fans won't tell you what you're doing that's wrong. But he needs to hear what he has done is wrong. And once he has heard it, I think that we also need to build him up in a way like, oh, we want you to be better. We want you to work on yourself. And I also think that his team generally, that's what they should have done. Instead of him coming out the house to say, oh, I don't know who that girl is. How about people sure that they're talking about him, this and that. Like, bro, now the girl has come out to say she's talking about you. You know, those are things that could have been avoided in the first place. He should have never even addressed that. He should have come out to say that, like, when he was younger, he made certain mistakes. He's older now, and now he knows better. Period. But let's go into some of the traits that I feel that Sheggz has, that a lot of guys, even females, they have as well, that are literally red flags. Number one, you see those of you that like to threaten leaving a relationship. Hey, any small inconvenience, at any small inconvenience, you're the one that wants to leave. You're the one that's saying this is over. This is too much. I cannot be stressed. Blah, 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 blah. That's not a way to be in a relationship. If you're in a situation, a relationship, there's something called commitment. Once you're committed to that thing, okay, except if it's a deal breaker for you. For example, let me list examples of deal breakers. We're going to get into that on another episode, but let me list a few deal breakers. You want to have kids, the other person doesn't want to have kids. Oh, okay. In that situation, like, if one person isn't ready to compromise, or which most of the time, when people have made such huge decisions by themselves, they're not going to change it, or they're hardly going to change it. Things like that are deal breakers. And so if you say you're leaving the relationship for that reason, please, nobody will hold you responsible. But you see those people that small fights, small disagreements, you're already threatening to leave a relationship. It's not a healthy environment for your partner. Neither is it a healthy environment for you as well. Because your girlfriend or your boyfriend can't tell you something that you have done wrong because they're afraid of you. They'll be thinking, hey God, if I go and tell Sheggz now that I want to break because they'll be thinking in their mind that if I want to tell Sheggz now that I'm angry about something that he did, I'll be thinking, hey God, what if this boy says he's not doing it again? Hey, I cannot come and cry. Oh, I've been talking to this boy for 1 year. Oh, I've been dating for 2 years. Oh, relationship cannot come and last then. Stuff like that. You won't want to be honest with your partner because you're afraid of them. You're scared of them. You're afraid that they're going to leave the relationship. You can never be at peace in such a situation. You can never in this life be at peace, and that's not a situation you want to be in. That's not even a situation you want to put another person in. If you are the type of person today and you're watching this video and that's what you know how to do best, threaten to leave the relationship, like, oh my, if this thing continues, I'm just going to leave. Bro, you need to do better. Sis, you need to do better. That's not a good trait at all. That's exactly like Sheggz. So if you're there castigating Sheggz, but you have one of them traits, nah, you need to do better as well. Like, you need to do better. Another trait that I think that Sheggz has that's really toxic. I actually don't like to use that word toxic because I feel like it's been abused. Okay, now the word doesn't have the meaning that it's meant to have again. People just, everything is toxic to people. Oh, that's toxic, that's toxic, that's toxic. So I'm gonna say that's a red flag. Okay, is him talking to Bella disrespectfully, and I think it stems from a lack of a lack of respect. Okay, that's where that stems from a lack of respect. Never for once did I ever hear this guy. He's argued with Donye a couple of times, but he has never in his life said to Donye, "Are you mad? Are you stupid? Are you an idiot?" Never. Okay, never. And that tells you something. If you're in a relationship with someone and you allow them treat you like that, say you're stupid, you're mad. If you don't clear it up the first time, they're gonna keep doing it. Trust me, see, something you cannot take in the long run, don't take it from the beginning. That's how life is. Don't say, oh my god, he's so handsome, he's my spec. Hey, if I break up with him now, I mean, if I tell him I don't want to kidney call and he breaks up with me, that's the end of it. Blah blah blah. Why am I gonna find another person? Talking stage again from the beginning. Everybody does not want to do talking stage. Listen, myself, I'm tired of talking stage. All of us are tired of talking stage. But if I'm going to do 200 talking stage to find the person that will treat us right, we will do it. Okay, I was having this conversation with um someone yesterday about being tired of talking stage, and so it's easier to talk to someone that you already know. I'm gonna do a whole video about that later. Um, but the truth of the matter is, in as much as the person you're talking to right now is not treating you right, you can as well go and talk to someone else. So for Bella and Sheggz, I feel like Sheggz did not respect Bella. Did he think she's beautiful? Yes. Does he think that she's smart? Yes. Does he think that they'll make a good couple? Yes. But does he respect her? No. Because my girl also did not take care of herself in terms of standing up for herself. Okay. It was later. She would do, don't ever talk to me like in your life. Blah, 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 blah. She'll have gone. Next minute, Bella is the one that's come back to come and beg. Bro, there is you that they call stupid and mad. Why are you the one that's coming back to come and beg? Do you get what I mean? Like, let him come and beg, and you tell him that the next time you say this, it's over and it's over. That's, those are deal breakers for people. Those are things that can be deal breakers. You disrespecting me. I won't take that. Okay? I will not take that. To be honest with you, I feel like Sheggz and Bella's relationship, I think that now they genuinely have feelings for each other, because when you spend time in a house with someone for months, 24/7, there's no way feelings start to develop from there. But I think initially it was like producers that put them up to it. Like, you're a fine girl, you're a fine boy. People want to see relationships between fine people. So, go ahead, give us content. And I think same with Groovy and Beauty. I think those were supposed to be the 4 hit couple. Sorry, I think those are supposed to be the 2 hit couples in the house. But, Beauty kind of overdid hers. And then Bella and Sheggz, they didn't expect for Sheggz to display some of the traits that he displayed that made people, necessarily not like him. And another thing that didn't work to Shegg's advantage was him thinking that he's better than everyone else, like, and being arrogant. And I think that's why people really took what he did in the house so seriously, like, cause bro, you're chatting to this girl like you're better than her, like she's lucky to be with you. At the end of the day, you don't want to be with someone that feels that like this girl is lucky to be with me. It should be both ways. I'm lucky to have you, but you're blessed, bro, to have me. Period. Like, you're blessed to have me. That's supposed to be the vibe. Okay. And I feel like she used to, this girl, as fine as she is, like, Bella is gorgeous without makeup. She's a gorgeous girl. I do like her, but I just don't like the way she acted in the house. I don't like certain things that she does. Like, she's rude. I don't like rude people, but I do think she's gorgeous. I think that, she has a outside the house, look at the way she's dressing. Like, she has style, she has taste. I like that about her. But I feel like she didn't carry herself with. She just was always saying, "I want a soft girl life. I want a soft girl life." I wasn't seeing independent. Okay, I wasn't saying, "Bro, I make shit happen." I'm not seeing that energy from Bella. Okay, and so she wasn't really standing up for herself. She wasn't. I don't know. Bella can be so much more, and I think she is so much more than she portrayed in the house. Okay, and I think that that's the reason why physically Sheggz was attracted to Bella, but I think mentally he vibed more with Doyin, because Doyin was giving what he wanted Bella to give in terms of like mental capacity, um, goals, and things like that. Do you get what I mean? Being with somebody that respects you is so important. Like, people that say, "Oh, he treats everyone else like trash, but he treats me good," he's gonna eventually come and treat you like trash as well. That's facts. He's gonna eventually come and treat you that you think that you're the baby girl. He's gonna come and treat you like trash too. You're just not. It's not just yet your turn. That's why he's not treating you like that. For me, I think that Shags, I don't know. I won't say he's toxic. I would just say that he has a lot of red flags that he needs to work on, because I think compassion is such a huge thing now. And I don't want to be part of the people that will be tearing people down and say, "Oh my God, he's so toxic. Oh my God, this and this. We need to cancel him." No. There are people that have worse behaviors than Shags and are castigating him, but they're castigating him because their own is covered. Unfortunately, Shag's own is not covered, and that's really no one's fault. Do you get? Because you're the one that put your life out there. The moment you put your life out there, that all the skeletons in your cupboard will come to the open, and that's nobody's fault. But I just wanted to pick out certain things that like these things seem that, oh, we're watching this on television, but in your own relationship you're going through certain things as well that's similar. In someone else's relationship they're going through that. In your friendships you're going through that. Like, any small thing, maybe we shouldn't be friends again. He like make he led you. Sorry for my non Yoruba people. That's like, what we're saying isn't even up to that. Why are you throwing things like, or maybe we shouldn't be friends, or maybe this and that, or maybe this, or being insultive in an argument. Like the way he used to correct her was so wrong. And I hate when people do that thing of, we're in an argument and you start throwing insultive words for what? Who are you to tell me that I'm stupid or I'm mad? Like, I don't know. For me, there's certain things I can't take, and I think that's another thing I wanted to bring up. People can take certain things in a relationship, and I think that for Bella, those are things that she's all right with, as long as she has other things. Everyone takes, like, sometimes don't drink Panadol over people's headache, and I think for Bella, people are really drinking Panadol over her headache because for a girl like Bella, this is me assuming, she seems like the kind of person that like she wants flashy things. She wants to be with a rich guy, she wants a baby girl lifestyle. If you're providing that for her, she can manage certain other things. And I think that as long as he's not beating me, I'm cool. That might be the vibe that she's on. And so she may not necessarily have an issue with it. But you people that are having issue with it, that's the same way in certain relationships. This boy is cheating on her. She knows, okay, but she's closing her eyes because how will she go to Dubai next week? How will she go to Paris next month? Baba is the one that's supporting the ministry now. So, she has to close her eyes to certain things. And there are girls like that. People want, not even girls, every girl has things that they cannot compromise on. I have things that I can't compromise on. Some people's own is realistic, some aren't realistic. But who am I to tell you yours isn't realistic and mine is? Do you get what I mean? So at the end of the day, like all of us have things that we can cope with and things we can't cope with. That's something that Bella can't cope with. Is it a healthy situation? No, it's not healthy at all. At all. It's not healthy. It's not a healthy thing at all. But can she cope with it? Yes. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is for other people that can't cope with it as well. Like for you that you do it, you can be better. Because somebody's willing to cope with what you're doing does not make you right. So for you, like, learn how to talk to people. Some people are, Sheggz is arrogant and he has bad mouth. And I think that's why a lot of the things he did, people really took it bad. Like, what's wrong with this boy? Kilonshe, do you get, people took it bad because, bro, you're chatting too much. Like, jig. In the words of Brian, jig. Okay. And so if you're somebody that's similar to that, you need to change that character trait. Another thing that Sheggz used to do is he used to tell Bella about herself, and I like it. But the way he used to tell her about herself, not just in the insultive manner, but you won't tell her that she's rude and the housemates think she's rude until when fight happens. And I didn't like that. Why do we have to be in a heated argument before you say that's why the housemates don't like you? This and this and this. Meanwhile, the whole day you guys were calm, cool, doing lovey-dovey, and you could have told her, babe, the housemates think you're rude, and I think that sometimes you're rude to them as well. Like, let's try to be better. Maybe do something nice for this person that you were rude to. I like when you can, in a good way, encourage people. Like, I like to leave people better than I left them. I think that's just a personal thing that I like. I like to leave people better than I left them. For me, the things I encourage people to do, I encourage people to go to church. I encourage people to pray. I encourage people to go closer to God. I encourage people to have good relationships with their parents. Those are certain things that if I see that a guy that I'm talking to lacks or doesn't have or doesn't just pay attention to, that's just something that I'm going to encourage you. I'm not going to force you because I'm not your woman, I'm not your daddy. Okay, but I'm going to encourage you to, or how about you call your mom? Or how about you call your dad? I know maybe you have an issue with your dad. And I understand where you're coming from. By the end of the day, life is short. As someone that's lost their dad, I know how important it is, like, for the time you have with them, for you to spend it wisely. So, like, saying things that I'm not now going to bring it up in a fight. That's why you don't talk to your mommy. That's why you don't talk to your daddy. Or that's why you this and this. Oh, that's too much. Okay, that's not the time for you to be telling them that. But when it's just like casual conversation, oh, did you call your mom today? Saying no, I think you should call her. Have you called your dad today? Oh no, I think you should call her. Saying things that there are ways for you to put conversations at times. Definitely, I'm going to go into some of these traits later on my channel. Okay, but as a whole, is Sheggz a red flag? Yes, it's a red flag. Are there things that can be worked on? Yes, they can be worked on. Should he have owned it with his full chest? Yes, he should have. Do you get what I mean? Yes, he should have. I don't want to talk about his ex-girlfriend and her tweets, okay? Because we did see him demonstrate a lot of the things that the girl said in the tweets on his Instagram, So I'm not, sorry, on Big Brother. So I don't really want to go into that because she said her truth, and I was expecting him to have owned up to his flaws. you know, and I don't want this. The point of this video is not to analyze what she said, but it's to say that like anybody can make a mistake, but it's how you go about getting better from what you went through. That's what's important. And so for me, I want you to take something from this video. If you had if you had any of this, or if you have, okay, I want to say had because I'm believing that after this video now we've made progress. If you have any of these traits and you feel like it's something you need to work on, I think you should work on it. Okay, and those, I think those are the three major traits that I saw in Sheggz that made him really, that made him seem toxic to viewers. That made him seem like an abuser. But I feel like those words are sometimes very heavy, and just throwing it out there on someone's name, I don't necessarily like it. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, for you to just throw it out there like that, people make mistakes. There's so many traits that people have that they're red flags, but at the same time, some space for compassion, but also constructive criticism, is important as well. And I think that's what Sheggz needs. Anyway, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if I clocked Sheggz right, and if I was able to list properly some of the traits that maybe you also noticed in him as well. And let me just know what you think about the video generally. In your opinion, is Sheggz a whole red flag or not? Thank you guys for watching this episode. Please subscribe to my channel, like my video, follow me on Instagram at oluyemi_WDYT. You guys, share my video. Eshalumi, share my video. Have mercy. Okay, pity me, please, guys. Share my video. Like my video. Subscribe to my channel. Turn on post notification so that immediately I drop a video, you're the first to know. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and see you guys next time on another episode. Bye.